Aspinall recently revealed what really happened in that viral video featuring Jon Jones. The one where Jon mentioned that the UFC would be taking care of all his public updates.
Well, you're a busy man. It feels like you're training for something, but obviously it don't seem like you can, get the guy to fight. Tom, we're getting straight to it. I mean, what are we waiting for? It sounds to me, recently I saw an interview where it said you and Jon are aligned and you guys have decided together to allow for the UFC to tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
Nah, man, Jon's retired. What are we talking about, guys? Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that...
No, me too, actually. Me too, but the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career, we all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And, we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Us guys have been waiting around too long. The contenders are getting sick of it. Everybody's getting sick of it. Even the fans are getting sick of this stuff. So Jon's retired and it's time that we move on.
This is the greatest promo I've ever heard. He just announced his nemesis' retirement.
Seems like Jon Jones might have been talking shit and playing us all for fools this entire time because he was just at a seminar in Thailand, Bangtao, world famous gym, and he gave one hell of an announcement.
When are you fighting Tom?
I was waiting for it. When are you fighting Tom, Governor? The UFC in town, we all got a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. They're one of the biggest organizations in sports, and right now Tom and I have agreed to wait for the UFC to make their announcements. So I legally can't really talk about it.
Initially, fans assumed it was a subtle hint that a fight between Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones was nearly finalized. Both fighters had been dropping vague statements, suggesting that something might be brewing behind the scenes. But things took a turn when Tom mentioned that Jon might be retiring. Many brushed it off as sarcasm, just some playful banter since he couldn't officially announce the matchup. Now though, looking back, some fans are starting to wonder if he was actually being serious.
Retirement. And to add to it, Daniel, he wished him well. Now, that's not something you would do of an enemy. That's something you would do of a former foe. So perhaps we are in the presence of the undisputed champion. I mean, he said he was, after all. And let me tell you something that Tom is. Not only is he a champion, he's the active champion. I think they should talk about that. He's the only champion we got that wants to fight. He's the only one champion. He's the ready champion. He's the in-camp champion. He's the on-weight champion. I mean, not for nothing. He's the licensed champion. He got every damn championship you can have except the undisputed belt, Daniel. Our industry does owe Tom something better than we're giving him right now.
Tom, did you, chill. I agree with you. But Tom, did you, your announcing his retirement, he said that he wasn't sure, Tom, but obviously he said you guys are aligned. You spoke and said the UFC is going to let you go. What's next? So when you guys were speaking about what the UFC is going to do, are you guys just kind of figuring out when he's going to announce the retirement and let you move forward and get the division going again?
Guys, come on. You guys are veterans of the sport. If one guy's thinking about retiring, he's retired.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about retiring. I'm thinking about getting this division active, making the heavyweight division great again, getting these big fights in, fighting these contenders who are sat on the sidelines waiting for, over a year at this point. I'm here to fight, man. I have never... I see a lot of people online, and I know you guys have had debates about it. I know all the YouTube guys are debating about it all the time. I'm not looking to fight Jon Jones. I'm looking to fight for the undisputed heavyweight champion. That's what I want to be. I want to be the UFC undisputed heavyweight champion.
And if he wasn't joking, if he was actually being honest, then the situation just got a lot more serious. If Jon is genuinely planning to retire, that could mean the fight may never happen. For Tom Aspinall, that would be a huge disappointment.
This is the only sport in the world you can have somebody hold your career back.
Yep. I've been almost a year inactive with no prospects of anything. Just be ready, and we'll just let you know.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of difficult, mentally to...
Oh, yeah.
This is the fight against Jon Jones. Not the fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's tough. As you said a minute ago, no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes apart from me.
Exactly. You're an office cooking.
I train all the time anyway. Just because I've not got a fight doesn't mean I don't train. Like, I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it. Yep. I get it. It's just about the title for me. Yep. I just want the title, that's it. Yep. Does nothing else really matters. So
you're like, let me do my thing. Let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon, it's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight. Yep. I just want to fight.
Yep. And of course, it's been pretty interesting, all the stuff that Jon Jones has been saying to the media this week. And I'm sure there's more to come, but check out these.
You're beating guys who aren't even champions, and you consider yourself a champion. He's not a champion.
So Jon said I need to fight more champions, but this is the problem I've got. Jon is the champion and he won't fight me. And he says that he won't fight me because it's too much of a gamble.
Aspinall to me is no difference than an Owen St. Prude or Dominic Reyes or Anthony Smith, being like just another up and comer that's exciting right now. And I'm not into gambling my legacy for what's exciting.
And Jon, if you're not into gambling your legacy, that to me sounds like you're scared of losing against me.
Naturally, people are going to wonder, is Jon stepping away to protect his legacy, or did he recognize this might be a challenge he couldn't overcome? To be fair, from Jon's side, he's accomplished everything. At 36, he's been in the sport longer than many current champions have even been training. He's held belts, shattered records, moved up to heavyweight, and come out on top. He's already cemented his legacy. So if he decides to walk away now, it would be entirely on his own terms. But his absence throws the division into uncertainty once again. While Jon's been recovering and sharing cryptic updates from Thailand, Tom Aspinall has essentially been carrying the weight of the entire heavyweight division.
Jon Jones' legacy is intact, and all the stuff he's saying, there's been this story that's been going on and on and on and on. But this one I could understand why it may have upset people, triggered people. Did you guys see on his IG Live, he was talking about the accusations that he is a duck, that he's ducking Tom Aspinall. Look, he's doing this reality show with Nathan Diaz in Russia, and I'm told that the money is just absurd. It's astronomical, get paid, well-deserved, both legends of the game. I totally understand it. But here's the part that I very much disagree with him. It's not about you, Jon. It's not about you. It's not about your life. It's not about your story. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams back from becoming a reality, that is ducking. That is ducking, because there is a time-honored tradition in this business, in the sport, in combat sports, in fight sports, in sports period, that the whole thing has to move along. It's not about your story.
Now we're stuck in a strange situation. The interim champion is publicly pushing for his shot at the undisputed title, but the reigning champ might be on his way out. It stirred up a lot of debate. Some believe Jon owes the division one final showdown, that a true champion doesn't walk away while the most dangerous contender is openly calling him out. Many argue Tom Aspinall has done more than enough to earn his opportunity, and the fans deserve a proper conclusion.
There's nowhere to go for Jon. He either has to fight me or retire now. If he does retire, everyone knows that he will have been avoiding me. I want to fight. Absolutely, I want to fight. If that's against Jon Jones or not. I'm just waiting on a date, man. Dana White's come out this week and said that Jon Jones is happy to do it. I've been in the rooms with the UFC and they've told me it's happening. I'm not chasing Jon Jones. The reason I want to fight Jon Jones is because he's got the belt. He's #1 heavyweight walking around the planet Earth. But we need to find out who the guy is. If it's not Jon Jones, get out of the way. I'll fight someone else. Happy days.
On the other hand, some feel Jon has earned the right to step away on his own terms. Facing a young, explosive, and unpredictable fighter like Aspinall might not be worth the risk, not out of fear, but as a calculated decision. His health, his legacy, and his future could outweigh the need for one final battle. The question of "is Jon afraid to fight me?" might miss the bigger picture entirely.
An idea. He was the one who delayed and delayed and delayed till Francis was out the fucking door. He could have fought Francis a long time ago. If he'd just taken the chance of going up the heavyweight earlier, we could have had him versus a prime Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez was 240. Jon Jones is 260, 265. And you're telling me Cain Velasquez was too big for him? What a load of shit. Stipe Miocic could have fought him in his prime, another one who was no bigger than Jon Jones. So when he's giving it the big and being like, oh, well, people always think someone's going going to come and dethrone me. And yeah, I get the narrative. That was the way at light heavyweight. There was always that next guy coming up. But you ain't never fought an animal like Tom Aspinall, who is as quick on his feet, who has the speed that he does at 260 pounds, who has the heavy hands that he does. You have never been in there with a beast like that. It's just not happened. I'm not saying that means Aspinall wins, but for people to do the Tyson Fury thing of going, oh, well, he's always won, so therefore he always will win.
And it's important to remember, if this fight ever happened, it wouldn't be a walk in the park for either man. Tom would bring speed, pressure, sharp timing, and an unpredictable style that keeps opponents guessing. But Jon is a master of dictating pace, disrupting rhythm, and using his reach and grappling to neutralize danger. There's a reason he's never suffered a clear defeat, and why so many fighters say facing him inside the octagon is a completely different experience than anything they prepared for.
The fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year. And he just, the way he manipulates the media and the public is super smart. I'm not taking anything away from him. But do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career? Absolutely.
Can you understand that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can.
You can empathize with that?
I respect it. I respect it. But if you're going to ask me the straight up question, is Jon Jones afraid to fight me? The honest answer would be yes.
Well, regardless, when Jon Jones won that title at 23, it's just been destruction of everyone ever since. Never ducked anybody, fought all the best, destroyed everybody, dominated his division, went up to heavyweight, dominates at heavyweight.
So why?
He's just the greatest of all time. He's 37 years old and he's still the greatest.
I bet if he's weighing 215, he would fight Tom Aspinall better than him weighing 245 pounds. In his 205 frame, he could fight Tom Aspinall better than he'd fight him at that 250 because that's not his weight class. While he didn't last long with Cyril, he didn't look as fast. He carried more weight. Cyril just did some weird stuff. And Jon, you don't make mistakes against Jon.
But in the end, all the speculation, questions, and breakdowns might mean very little if this fight never comes to fruition. If Jon Jones decides to retire now, after all the hype and build-up, it could become one of the biggest what-ifs in UFC history. For Tom Aspinall, it would leave him carrying the weight of an entire division and a career that should have kicked off with the biggest fight of his life.